Yeah, it's me playing as Circassia, the country with the best military modifiers in the game. It used to be close between them and Ethiopia, but they nerfed Ethiopia general from having plus 30 offense to only having plus 5 offense and 5 defense, which means Circassia is now clearly the number one military modifier in the game. Well, Caucasian immamate has a very similar modifier, but they have plus 25% elevated. They lose the forested modifier, so I think that's overall a little bit worse than Circassia. The modifier really is insane. In case you didn't know what home defense is, it's defense, but it only applies when the battle is taking place within your country. So if I had occupied Kuban for whatever, and then they attacked me in there, I would not get the home defense modifier, but they attacked me in Circassia, then I would get the home defense modifier. But the most important modifier is the negative 95% morale loss. This basically means that as long as you have the casualty advantage in a battle, you will not lose any morale. And normally when you have the casualty disadvantage, you would get double morale loss, but in this case, you'd basically just have normal morale loss. So you could do like a full irregular strat, and it would be way better than normal because you wouldn't have to deal with the huge morale loss that you would normally. Well, now that I've explained why Circassia is a little bit unique, I'm going to start out by researching empiricism, stock exchange, ammo engines, railways, just like normal for the most part. We are going to need a economy to build up an army because otherwise, the army isn't going to be that good. I'm going to start with some social mobility in Circassia along with road maintenance. I do want to be running max minus enactment time, but it looks like we can do like 2 more decrees. I'll do encourage agricultural industry and another social mobility. Yeah, okay, I guess that's good enough. Then I'm going to swap over to this government and then start trying to pass agrarianism. I'm also going to go down a tax level just because that will bring me over 90 legitimacy, which will give another minus 25% enactment time. Also, I guess I'm going to remove road maintenance from here just so I can get back up to negative 25% enactment time, because that'll give us negative 50% on agrarianism, which is going to be super nice. Then with my base 10 construction, I'm going to swap this over to cargo port and then build a trade center or 2, and then some logging camps so that we actually get an economy, because we don't have any ability to trade right now, so we can't really do too much with our economy this small. Despite our military being really good, we aren't going to be able to win any super difficult wars at the start here, because, our army is like just 18 irregular soldiers, so I'm going to start out with a fairly easy fight against Mara as the first target, because that will give us a connection into Majertine and these other Yemen people, and that's going to be really good because this will give us some pops, and especially Ethiopia will give us a lot of pops. Yemen is also nice because we will eventually get Middle Eastern heritage from Caucasian immamate. They should give us an event in like 1860, 1850, where we get to add North Caucasian as a primary culture, which is going to be super nice because, that will mean that we can incorporate all of the Middle East in only 5 years. Anyways, let's declare war on Mara. Now that we're building up the logging camps, I'm gonna build up one fleet real quick, just so that we can actually naval invade into Mara. And I'm gonna need to split this up into a singular irregular soldier, because otherwise the naval invasion penalty will be too big to land into Mara. Okay, the war has begun. I'm going to I'm gonna start a naval invasion on Mara, and this is gonna be the first time you get to see the insanity of this modifier, because obviously, normally this naval invasion would fail, because it's 10 offense versus 10 defense. Or actually, they have org problems, so it wouldn't fail. Yeah, they have big org problems, so it wouldn't fail. But if they didn't, you would see that this is gonna be pretty easy, because even though we have a disadvantage in this battle, we're gonna be able to win using that good old negative 95% morale loss, and there's actually a very good chance we get an offense modifier in this battle because we have open terrain commander, which gives flat terrain, and we have forested terrain and elevated terrain from this modifier, so we're almost guaranteed to get some sort of offense modifier in this battle. Or I guess they can just not assign to the front. Okay, I guess that works too. Now, actually, I should also start improving relations with Britain and I guess maybe Russia, and rival some people for influence, because the more influence I have, the more people I can improve relations with. I guess I should do Austria and the Ottoman Empire as well. Just want to improve relations with some of the major countries. I might eventually want to become a British subject or ally them for future wars. And for my interest, I'm going to put it in Ethiopia because that's going to be a good place to invade. I don't know if we have enough convoys to send over like a 9 stack here. We are running a small little bit of deficit here, which is a big problem with having this little money. You can get plus 20 prestige here. I think the 10% success chance is going to be more important. I need to figure out a way to not run out of money here. I would prefer to not have to raise taxes because that would slow down agrarianism quite a lot. Well, I can stop subsidizing this port. That's going to help out with the money a little bit. And then I guess this is good enough that I can just run this negative balance for a little bit. It's only negative 300. And then hopefully we can pass agrarianism and I can swap over to like high taxes or something. Oh yeah, I'm getting huge convoy deficit from trying to ship my troops over to Arabia. That is a big problem. Yeah, that's gonna make wars a little bit tough. Although, I guess maybe this is not bad enough org to actually make me lose the battle. No, it's probably bad enough org. Kathiri actually only has a 1 troop, so it should be good. Yeah, I'll just take out Kathiri and Lahej because they're really small, but for Kazmid State, this is going to be a bit of an issue. I'm going to start building up some wheat farms. Just, I want something to make my pops better money making than peasants. Once we get agrarianism, that'll help out with money as we get per capita. For now, I guess it's not really giving us more money, but in theory, long term it will. Yeah, okay, Kathiri was easy. I'll also do Lahej. Might actually be a bad idea to invade into Ethiopia because this isn't going to have Middle Eastern heritage, I think. Is it? It doesn't have Middle Eastern heritage, so it might be better to go into like Persia or something as our main region of expansion. Although Persia does have a pretty strong army, so that would be kind of hard to defeat. Anyway, I got agrarianism, so next I'm going to go for per capita tax. I should at least go like high taxes now, along with a tobacco consumption tax. Now I'm barely losing money. Yeah, I'm gonna go for per capita. It's not as good as prop tax long term, but we'd have to wait too long to pass prop tax, I think. Cosmid State, your time is up. I checked and they had like, yeah, their army is not anywhere near fully employed, I think. Or no, it is almost fully employed, but the army power projection is really low, so I guess they must, yeah, they have terrible org for some reason because of supply issues. So we should be able to beat them even though we also have bad org, we don't have as bad of org, and I assume that our modifier should help us. I guess this is going to be the first real battle that I can show. The other battles have just kind of instantly won. Okay, here we go. First battle. Okay, that's a very bad roll. Poor visibility versus good visibility, so we might lose this battle. Yeah, that's a very unlucky roll. Can we make a comeback? Come on. We're gonna stop losing like any org, or we should stop losing like any morale? No? Okay, unfortunately, I lost the first battle. That's very unfortunate. But, oh no, I'm losing this battle as well. Okay, that's unfortunate. I need to ship more troops in or something? No, this is so bad. I really thought that this was gonna go better. That is very... Oh, wait, we're winning a battle here. Okay. The comeback is real. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Surely we can just keep winning battles, right? Right. I should actually stop sabotaging the org with this army. Yeah, let's just send it back real quick so that we stop sabotaging org so much, hopefully. Come on. Just let me win this battle. Oh, I have this General on defense now. Okay. Well, hopefully we can beat... Yes, we're winning another battle. That's good to see. So yeah, this modifier isn't a free win, but to be fair, we have like terrible org down here and stuff. So I think it's pretty impressive that I am managing to win some battles. That's the power of honor before life right there. And yeah, we get into Cosmid State, completing Yemen mostly, except for the tiny bit of Yemen owned by Hejaz. Oh, we got a construction sector? Yeah, I'm not keeping that. Okay, we're making a kind of solid balance now. I guess we got a bunch more from minting from that. Yeah, a ton of minting money just came in because our GDP just like doubled after taking the Cosmid State. Per capita taxation, that should be pretty good for my money situation. I'm making a lot in investment pool now. Oh, why is the game so laggy right now? What is going on? Okay, well the lag seems to have gone away. Is my balance only 1.1k? Wait, what is this dip in the balance? That is very weird. I would not have expected such a dip. what actually happened? Oh, I guess mill wages went up. I guess this increase here is caused by our army dying or something. I'm gonna try to upgrade this army into line and cuirassiers, because if that can work out, that would be a big jump up in our ability to win wars, because we would almost always have the casualty advantage, meaning that we would take no morale, which would be basically guaranteeing winning battles. I'm also gonna go for religious schools. Do you want to try to get that literacy up? Only 22% is really bad. I'm quite confused about what made my GDP just jump up like almost double again. Oh, what? It just went back down. That's so weird. Huh. I really need to subvent the import of clippers. We're not getting any clippers, and that's killing the ports, which is then going to kill the trade centers. This is kind of annoying. And maybe I need to have a shipyard in my market, or else this is just going to be a constant threat. $300 for 5 years? That's so much money. Okay, I got lucky and cut the modifier anyway. Good. Oh, my ruler died, and now I have a child in charge of Circassia. Child needs to defend against the evil Russian Tsar. Luckily, the Russian Tsar cannot invade me for another, like, 25 years. Oh, wait, no, it's 1856, not 1866. Oh, yeah, here's the event. I think this one gives us North Caucasian. Yeah, it does. I didn't realize it happened this early. Yeah, that's very good. Okay. Yeah, the other option's terrible. This option's amazing, though. We get North Caucasian as a primary culture, and we get a new ruler who is not a child, who's an experienced offensive planner. That's nice. I kind of want to retire him from command just because the bureaucracy problems we're in, but I don't know. I should probably get this government administration built. We really need to solve our bureaucracy issues right now. Especially because now that we have North Caucasian, it would be good to start incorporating Yemen. Yeah, I should really do that. I'm going to build up a second government administration and get these on filing cabinets. We got religious schools. Yeah, the bureaucracy situation is not ideal. Hopefully, yeah, okay, looks like trade centers are importing paper, so I'm not going to run a paper shortage. That's good. France is the largest exporter of paper, and I'm running a huge paper export advantage or import advantage shortage right now, so I'm going to try to put an interest in France so that I can hopefully get more trade advantage, because I really need to be able to import enough paper to, run my government administrations and stuff. Next, I'm going to go for the passing of professional army. This will help out with making my army a little bit better. I'm going to try to annex Oman. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure. It says a bunch of people might join, but yeah, it looks like they're not actually going to join because they have the huge weakness of army modifier. We do have a little bit of terrible org, but I can subsidize the ports at least temporarily, maybe, to try to fix that. And yeah, hopefully we can win this war. It's going to be a bit tricky. Oh, I'm actually running small arm shortages as well right now. That's not ideal. I'll try to subvent them a little bit. I don't want to waste too much money on subventing them, though. Yeah, it's tough. It's my trade advantage issue. Negative 25% for mercantilism is kind of hurting me. But yeah, let's see how these battles go with Oman. It looks like it should go pretty well. Yeah, we have double their offense, so we're taking barely any morale damage. Unfortunately, we are still taking a little bit. Getting onto pro army should fix that, because that'll give us another negative 10%, which should bring us over negative 100% in most cases, unless we roll a bad trait that gives plus morale loss. Well, I occupied Oman, so that's pretty good. Do I want to stop subsidizing? Maybe. It's so much money to subsidize it, I think. Or how much money is this costing me? Only like 270 a week, I guess, so that's not that bad. I guess the main thing cost me money is just the army right now. Army is pretty expensive. Just passed professional army. That's going to be pretty nice. We do start the game on slave trade. Oh, I have a good chance of passing slavery banned. Oh, my leader is abolitionist. Oh, I really need to take advantage of this. Is there someone I could law commitment to help me out with this? I'm trying to think if anyone... We need someone with, like, high diplomatic stance towards us. Oh, looks like we could get, like, decent odds with France. Let's see if we can law commitment with France to give us slavery banned. Please? Yes? Okay, that should give us a really good chance to pass slavery banned. Yeah, 40%. That's good. Gotta get off of slavery in the early game, or else it's gonna be, like, impossible if we lose this abolitionist. Well, with Oman open, that gives us a lot more borders. Like, we have a border with Persia now, which is going to be pretty nice if we want to invade them, but that is going to require getting even more convoys, or maybe moving our market capital over to Yemen or something. The Bedouins are abandoning me for the Ottoman Empire. How dare they? That's evil. We must take back the Bedouins. Oh, the pro-slavery movement is turning a civil war. Oh, it's only in Circassia and Hormuz? That's ridiculous. Why is a one state this small trying to secede? That's ridiculous. Dang, the money situation here is not ideal. I've got pretty good investment pool, but my money is just so bad. Gotta get these states incorporated. Once they incorporate, money should be a little bit better. Yeah, I'll make another like 1.5K in this state or whatever. I should probably delete a bunch of army. Yeah, I really don't need this many troops probably. France offers me a treaty to get investment rights. No, I don't want to give them investment rights, I think. Yeah, this abolitionist revolt, or the slavery revolt was not a real revolt. It's so small. It's gonna get crushed in just a second here. Yep, there it goes. Didn't even take 4 battles, just 1 battle, and the naval invasion succeeded. Surely I banned slavery here. 95% chance. Come on. Okay, yes. Finally get slavery banned. Very good that we got the abolitionist at the start. I think this yeah, this is a historical character, so I guess you can basically always easily ban slavery on Circassia. That is going to be really nice for being able to go like early multiculturalism potentially, because I guess as long as we stay on national supremacy, all of these people we conquer pretty much are going to be wanting multiculturalism, right? The Bedouins, yeah, they want multiculturalism as long as we stay on national supremacy. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm going to do my next war as annexing Nejd. This should be a pretty easy war. I think that you can land invade through Nejd, even though it's impassable terrain. I hate that this army keeps teleporting back to the Caucasus, even though I send it to Arabia HQ like every 2 seconds. Should probably just try to set the home HQ there. Actually, that would reduce the convoy cost, doesn't it? Yeah, I should definitely do that. That would be good. I think we can do a land invasion through here, even though it's impassable terrain. Unless they patched it, but I've definitely done that a bunch of times. Or maybe it only works going into Amman and not going into Nejd. I don't know. We'll see. What? Nejd is back down? So I guess we don't get to figure that out. Okay. That's weird that Nejd backed down, even though... that's weird. I guess maybe they were bankrupt or something. Okay, I just set this army's home HQ as Arabia, so that should delete the convoy cost, I think, if I remember correctly how the convoy cost mechanics work. I think if they're at the home HQ, they don't cost... Yes, that is correct. Okay, that's good. So what we could do is, like, bring both the armies into Circassia and Hormuz and then invade Persia, maybe? How's our army power projection looking compared to Persia? It's actually not that much worse. Britain is damaging relations with me. That is pretty terrible. Yeah, Britain being belligerent is really bad. Yeah, that's terrible. They even want to conquer Circassia, so even if I gave up like everything, they still want to go to war with me. Okay, that's really not ideal. I guess that basically means Britain isn't going to be a option for who we can get as our ally against Russia. We're going to need to get someone though, so yeah, that's not ideal. Well, the borders are going to be pretty cursed, but I'm going to go for conquer Fars and Isfahan and Iraqi Ajami. The borders are really bad, but like I don't know what else to do. So I think this is not terrible. Yeah, we'll do this. Seems like a decent war. It's quite a lot of infamy to spend, but it gives us some decent states. Like Iraqi Ajami has coal and iron. Although all of our states are disconnected for now, I think we can eventually connect them all. The front advantage here is not too bad considering our military buff. I think we should be able to win on this front. Yeah, we'll see. Especially because they also have weaker troops. They just have more. I think we should have the upper hand. Especially as our organization goes up. Looks like the front advantage is sort of disappearing for them. So yeah, we should be able to pretty easily win this war. The 100 life modifier is going to make this a little bit easier, but it might not even be completely necessary. I wonder if it's possible for us to get like a guarantee of independence from France. I kinda really want that right now. We can almost cancel this treaty, which is going to be good, and then we can try to renegotiate it into something where we hopefully can get like a guarantee. But I guess we can wait till like 1856 for that because yeah, we just need to be ready for the ultimate war with Russia that's definitely coming. Oh, there's a civil war in Austria. Interesting. Unfortunate. If that had happened a little bit later, maybe we could have subjugated it. That would have been super nice, but unfortunately not. Looks like these battles in Persia are going super well for us, which is sort of to be expected. Sikh Empire is going to make getting any peace deal through impossible, so we'll just have to hit minus 100 for Persia. Once this war is over, I think it might be time to invest in some construction sectors finally. Yeah, probably, because our balance should become like positive 5k or something, which means we can probably afford like 2 iron frame construction sectors. I'll go for that. Just got railways. I guess I'll go water to boiler. Or maybe it's, no, I'm gonna go general staff. No, I'm gonna go water to boiler first, actually. General staff is gonna be good for getting the extra training rate and stuff for the Russia war, but we don't need that quite yet. Okay, we got our 3 tiles in Persia. I'll start incorporating that. The borders of Circassia this game are truly horrendous, but, you know, it's just what has to be done. I was wondering why I was running such a negative balance. Apparently we annexed like a ton of construction sectors from Persia. Am I still running a huge negative balance? What happened? I guess I stole some Persian troops. Oh yeah, I need to wipe peace out of this war with Persia. Or Sikh Empire. I can't. Okay, I'll demob the troops. Our army is doing it's slightly better, but the economy is still terrible right now. I can pause construction, let the private queue handle it for a bit. Still is not perfect. And it'll be a bit better when these incorporate, but I don't like this very much. Need to get a bit more money. Yeah, I need to delete some of these troops, I think. Okay, 10 line infantry, 5 lancers can go. That's a bit better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this treaty with France. We're probably gonna do a new one eventually, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, France does not really want to do a treaty right now. Or maybe if we get some goods transfers from them. No, it looks like we don't want to goods transfer us anything at the moment. Actually, they want to goods transfer us some clothes. But it's not enough. Unless we give them investment rights. Then we can maybe get a guarantee independence. No, not quite. Dang. Oh, they actually want our states pretty badly, so we could maybe give them a state in exchange for getting them to help us out. Like, the coast is not a big thing. We could give them that pretty cheaply. Also, we can take a look at how much conscripts will help out with this, because I'm sure we can get some line infantry conscripts pretty easily. Yeah, that's 18 right there. And that should make France a little bit more willing to guarantee our independence. Yeah. Belgium, this doesn't seem like a very fair deal. I give you investment rights and trade privileges. That doesn't seem like a treaty of amity and commerce to me. They don't want to do mutual trade privileges. Dang. Interesting. Ottomans are going for the conquest of Persian Kurdistan. I don't think I've seen that before. It looks like Persia just ended up backing down, so the Ottomans now have Persian Kurdistan. They should rename it to Ottoman Kurdistan, confirmed. Didn't you have to fight the Ottomans to get a connection to our mainland? I guess technically we don't have to, but it's probably going to be best to do it that way. And then if we conquer, like, Tiflis from the Russians, we'll have a connection. That'll be good, so we don't have to pay so many convoys for port connections. Because port connections, they're so evil. I should probably expand construction a little bit, yeah. And maybe build a railway as well. We need some railways in our construction. Oh, I should really swap up PMs. PMs are not very good in our country. Maybe raw iron tools might be best right now because we don't have a steel mill. Yeah, I'm gonna do raw iron tools just because we don't have a steel mill in our country. And I guess I'll do gas tree lights. Yeah, I'm running a bit of an iron shortage, but it should be fine. I do need to swap up iron mines up to condensing engine pump. That should help out a little bit. Apparently I don't have any coal mines. Okay, I'll build a coal mine up in Circassia and then put that on condensing engine pump. I can finally white piece the Kalsaraj. Nice, been in that war for so long. Well, that's very unfortunate. That means the Ottomans are extremely likely to complete Tanzimat because they're going to get their 2 from reclaiming Egypt. Because, yeah, with Britain on their side, there's no way they lose this war. Oh, yep, and the Egyptians just back down. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's like no hope that the Ottomans are going to complete Tanzimat with those 2 points, right? I don't think so. I think they just have to like get a skirmish infantry and stuff. That's very sad. Oh, the British are no longer belligerent. That's good. They still don't want to guarantee my independence yet, but if I do some decrees for If I spam enlistment efforts, we might just be able to get enough to convince the British. Okay, we'll see what we can get. Something like that is probably roughly optimal. Okay, get quite a lot of conscripts. Hopefully we can convince the UK to guarantee independence. No, that still is not enough. I assume they don't want us to take any of their goods. They do want us to take their grain and opium. Okay, that's something, but it's probably not enough. Okay, we can just like take everything they have a surplus of, but it's really not going to be enough. Yeah, 1.2 thousand, what is crazy. I guess we can get like a decent chance at a guarantee of independence. Could give them some money. I really don't want to. I think it's worth trying. Is it better to go for like a defensive pact and alliance? No, actually I forgot about the -50 from, or -25 from being unrecognized. Yeah, it'll be way higher for those things. So I'll give this a shot. Okay, they decline. Unfortunate. It was worth a try. Unfortunately, I wanted to go for Austria as my main country supporting my independence. They have like 3 times weaker army than the Russians right now. That's very unfortunate. But I guess I'll go for them anyway, and yeah, you're just gonna have to accept that their army is pretty weak. Okay. I guess I should actually renegotiate this to be like 25 years long if possible. That would be better. Okay, they declined that. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, we get this event for hitting 1856. The Parliament of Independence. I don't know what the Circassian call event does. I should actually check what this event does. I looked at it, and the event basically just gives 20 relations with Circassia and the ability to recognize, which doesn't seem important. But I guess the other option, or it's plus 30% recovery rate. I really don't know how good recovery rate is. It's tough to figure out if that's actually worth 30% recovery rate. I think it's better to take this option, even though the relation might not be useful, because I think that the recovery rate might also be useless. So yeah, I don't think it matters too much. Okay, ruler is now a landowner, so gotta bring the landowners into government now. Now it's sort of a matter of waiting for Russia to declare war, I guess. We'll see how long that takes. Oh, the Heavenly Kingdom spawned, and that has, I guess, made the UK decide that they need all of Eastern Guangdong now. Heavenly Kingdom split China with Great Qing. This is certainly one way to split China. Well, so far there has not been a Russian invasion of us or the Caucasian immamate. I do expect them to invade the Caucasian immamate first because they'll see that I have a guarantee from Austria. But yeah, they still have yet to invade the Caucasian immamate. Oh, they're at war with Britain right now, trying to liberate the Raj with France's help. Okay. Or I guess they're helping France with that. I guess that would explain why they have not invaded me, because yeah, that is a pretty big war that they're in. Very big war. I've got 10 million in the investment pool. I should probably just build up a bunch more construction sectors and see what happens. Put on a bit of a subvention on engine imports. Gotta get some of those. Trade center is very unprofitable. Oh, this is actually a big problem. I need to subsidize the trade center. Because, yeah, that's terrible. The trade center is unprofitable. Kind of need to get onto, like, free trade or something. I don't know. We need more trade advantage. Because trade is just so unprofitable when we have this little trade advantage. Bruh, why did the AI build a railway in Hale? I guess the state does need infrastructure, but it's got so few people. That's not worth it. That's annoying. What? Russia's going for annex Kabul? That is a very weird war. Is this a unique Circassia event? I guess it is. That's interesting. I've never seen this event before. I'll definitely take plus 25% mil tech spread for 5 years. Better than nothing. I did not know that that was an event. I've played Circassia before. Oh, Russia sided with Macron. But luckily, oh, Britain will join us in exchange for Zanzibar. Oh, I forgot to incorporate Zanzibar. Oh yeah, Zanzibar is actually 20-year incorporation, so I guess we have to give this up anyway, because yeah, there's no way we win this war without Britain, right? So, well, yeah, we gotta call the UK into this war. Gotta give them Zanzibar. I don't think. Oh, maybe if we changed government, we could give them Nejd. Would that really be better though? Not really. I mean, it's way less pops, but like, I don't think it's really better because it's like faster incorporation for us and stuff. So I guess I'll give them Zanzibar. It's a lot of pops, but it is what it is. You know, giving away like 700,000 GDP, which is unfortunate, but... Oh wait, we don't want to return Kuban, because if we return Kuban, we'll lose honor before life, because it will complete. That will lose our modifier. So, war goals. I'm going to go for... Oh, Rostov is an option? That's interesting. It's actually less infamy than Tiflis. Oh, it's not actually at max population modifier? Actually, that's interesting. I did not consider that. What's Stavropol? Oh, Stavropol is a lot too. So if we wanted Rostov, it'd be hard to connect without taking Kuban, which I don't want to do. Well, I think Tiflis is like guaranteed because Tiflis will be good for giving us a border with Caucasian immamate. Georgia's a pretty good state in terms of resources, although it does have the Caucasus mountain range modifier, which is terrible. And then do kind of want to go Rostov, even though it would be disconnected, just because, I mean, it's Rostov. Rostov is really good. Yeah, I'm going to go for Rostov, I guess. He'll put it at 82 infamy, but it is what it is. Also, I'm going to change the home node of these guys over here, and then I'm going to change all the conscripts into this army, because, yeah, the other army, since it's already mobilized, we can't change its home HQ, but this one we can, and that's going to be very important for this war, because we need to get as much as possible in conscripts to win this war. It's going to be a very tough war, but we gotta try our best to beat the Russians here. Because, yeah, once we win in this war, it'll be a lot bigger. Okay, the war has begun. My troops haven't quite arrived home. So far, the war is going pretty okay for us over here. Looks like neither side really has a huge amount of troops there yet. My troops are on the front, but they have like no org right now, which is, yeah, unfortunate. Looks like there's like probably... No, where are the Russian troops? Who knows? They're just, they're just chilling. Something like that. I don't know. There's supposedly like 350 Russian troops, but they just aren't here right now, so that's good. Looks like we can just sort of push a lot right now, which is very good. As long as more Russian troops aren't arriving, should just be completely fine to just keep on pushing, and org will slowly go up, making it slowly easier and easier to push. Okay, we already took North Caucasus, that's good. Actually I should naval invade into like Rostov with this army, because that would be very good if we can manage to get that off. I don't actually know if we're going to be able to push up to Rostov before they arrive with more troops. It looks like they're already arriving with more troops, sort of, but we are winning for now still, I guess because of our really good military modifier and stuff. That's good to see. Yeah, I think we are going to get... Oh, we didn't quite get Tiflis, but we are going to get Stavropol here, hopefully. Oh, I'm losing that battle, but I'm winning this battle. I don't know if provinces lost applies to capturing things in battles. I guess we will see. Looks like it might not, because we got Tiflis. Apparently that creates a split front here. So this 15 stack can go down there to try its best to defend. It looks like they're just going to let me land Rostov. And yeah, that means we're now enforcing on Russia. Okay, that's good. Oh no. Okay, everything needs to go defense. And I need more troops holding over there. Split off, like... Sir, 18 troops. And you guys need to help hold down here because, yeah, that front is not going well. And yeah, we just need to hold everything for now until Russia capitulates. And that'll give us Tiflis and Rostov. It's not a whole lot for First War, but it is something. It'll give us a connection to the Caucasian immamate so we can eat them. We need to get up to recognition here. It's going to be pretty tough. Yeah, we got to get up to 137 prestige right now. That's a lot. Actually, Ottomans still have not done Tanzimat, and it's almost 1860. We'll see if they complete it. It's looking like they might not. I feel like they should be completing Tanzimat. Maybe they failed the secession one? I don't know. Okay, yeah, we can make peace with Russia now. That's pretty nice expansion. Does cost some bureaucracy, but hey, it's pretty good. Both these we can incorporate in 5 years. Yep. That's actually quite a bit of devastation, unfortunately, but you can't fix it really. Unfortunate. That's so many coal mines that you can get in Rostov. Very nice. Tiflis might become our main state, even though it has negative 20% state construction efficiency. It's got really good resources. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's time to break the treaty with the Caucasian immamate, because I do want to eat them. Britain is in a civil war right now. I'm gonna go for public health insurance. The extra SOL will be nice for combating radicalism, and of course, pop growth is always good. Plus 40% enactment success chance for 2% mortality on certain pops in one state. This is truly a perfectly balanced law event. I'm gonna pause government construction, because, yeah, it's costing too much money, and I need to let the private queue do some construction, because, yeah, paying 3,000 in interest is not ideal. Because your interest rate is 25%. That's so high. Getting some mass migrations from Persia. That's now the second one. I got a Persian mass migration into Circassia, and now a Luri mass migration into Fars. They're, of course, tiny mass migrations, but better than nothing. Oh, are we mass migrating out of Rostov? The Russians are migrating into the USA from Rostov. Dang. Is it the Russians, or who is it? Ukrainians. Oh, the Russians are going for Caucasian immamate. That is unfortunate. I guess it's not that bad because, yeah, we're gonna have to conquer the states anyway from Russia. So we will not try to stop that. Realistically, we can't stop it, and we can just conquer them from Russia later. That doesn't seem like a big deal. The infamy cost is probably roughly the same as conquering them from Caucasian immamate plus Russia. Depending on the number 2 producer of Sea Island cotton? What? Does Russia have a mutual investment agreement with America or something? They must have. They must have had one in the past or something. Because otherwise, I have no idea how this company would own this. Yeah, it looks like they have a bunch of ownership over in Russia. Okay, that's interesting. I guess that's good for us. Yeah, we're getting like 18 prestige from that, which is quite a solid amount. Britain just casually trying to conquer Korea, except for the top left of it, I guess. This is a pretty huge war. Korea, Russia, China, Portugal on one side versus UK and Ottomans. Russia and Ottomans are fighting down here and stuff. Pretty big war. Yeah. I gotta like get recognition for this next truce, because I don't know if it can beat. Yeah, our truce is actually up. That's not good. I don't like this very much. That Russia could just invade me and have a pretty good shot at winning. I need to get recognition. I wonder if we can script it up to max. Would we get enough army power projection to get up to unrecognized major? We would need 70 more prestige, or a bit less if I got the intelligentsia modifier out, like maybe 60 or something. That would be pretty tough, but it might be doable. I guess I'm gonna do a war on Hormuz, and yeah, hopefully we can just sort of conscript up, well, like a couple of troops sit on the defense there. And if I just replace all my decrees, except for maybe violent suppression in Tiflis, with enlistment efforts, then I should be able to get a ton of enlistment. Something like this. We don't have these stuff incorporated yet, right? Yeah, we don't. So it's not worth enlistment efforting them, I think. And then I'll just do max skirmish infantry. I think that's the most we can get. Okay. We'll see what we can get in terms of prestige here. Might be just enough. We'll see. It's gonna be pretty close, I think. Yeah, we're getting around 1 prestige per troop mobilized, so at around 80 troops, we should have enough prestige, especially if I go very high mill wages. Yeah, now we're at 105 prestige. We're closing in. I can try to get the intelligentsia happy. Can we pass anything they like? Protectionism? Yeah, I'll try to pass protectionism, I guess. That's something that I actually want right now. That the intelligentsia also want. We're like 17 or 18 prestige away right now. 17. Oh, I need to get a better general, because running out of org would be a way to sabotage this. Come on, we just need 15 to 12 more prestige. It's so close. 9 more prestige. Come on. 7 more prestige. We're so close. Just a couple more Monday ticks. 4 more prestige. Okay, we're so close. 1 more prestige. Next Monday tick. Yes! Unrecognized major power. Very good. Okay, we can stop stalling the war now, and I can just invade them. That's good. Now I can get recognition from fighting some major power. I don't know which one it will be yet, but we do need to figure that out, I guess. Or I guess I can do embassies, because we are actually at 0 recognition progress right now. Or I guess 40% literacy could also work, but that would be a little slow. Two Sicilies doesn't work. Okay. Oh, well, I promise I did not script that. I actually promised I did not script that Russia was going to invade me the second that I unpaused there. I promise. That's crazy RNG. But this seems like an awfully convenient way to get recognition. I do not like that UK willingness to join the war one bit. That is very bad. Oh no. I guess I can try to swap to their government. Okay, it's just industrialists. We'll see. Yeah, that's not enough. Okay, that's very bad. And the UK doesn't like Austria either, so that won't help. Okay, that's really bad. Um, okay, I guess we basically have only one choice then for this war. We need to pick easy war goals and just try to enforce those, like Lib Kamchatka and humiliate. We basically just have to do this as a regular recognition war, except Russia's going to be attacking us constantly over here. But I think with the home defense modifier and everything, we can come out on top. Just going to send these troops over and then conscript over here, because otherwise we'd have huge supply issues, of course. Yeah, this is going to be tough, but I think it should just be doable. My primary war goal is just going to be humiliate Russia, and then I'm going to put an interest over here in East Siberia. Okay, apparently Austria doesn't want to join us despite our guarantee independence. I guess I gotta swap over to a government they like a bit more. Okay, they should like this government a bit more. Yep, now I can call ally them or give them a war goal of enforced investments on Finland. I'm definitely going to call ally them. I think Austria is probably going to get run over, but they will at least give us enough of a distraction to where I'm pretty confident that I can just enforce my demands and get a pretty much white peace. Not quite a white peace, of course, but we'll get recognition from this war, but not really much else useful. It's like Lib Kamchatka or whatever. Pretty useless stuff. Yeah, Lib Kamchatka. Where is it? There it is. And I guess since we have maneuvers, I'll also add Lib Chukotka. We'll probably use that to just get the war over with the second we hit equal or below 0 on them. Okay, yeah, they are just going for those two war goals. Actually, Austria is holding their own, which is good. Our front advantage is only negative 44, which I think isn't too terrible. Yeah, we'll see how things go. These two troops are, I'm going to send them to Bombay, I guess that's the closest HQ to the Russian Far East. Generally, Russia just doesn't defend the Far East, so of course that's why going for these war goals. Yeah, so far it looks like we're winning most of these defensive battles. That one in... Okay, some of these are not going as well, but some of them are going well. And also the Russians are actually losing against Austria on the other front by a lot, so that's a good sign, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to actually start the naval invasion. I'm gonna go for Kamchatka. I got enough authority for another enlistment efforts. I'm gonna do Rostov. Just need to try my best to conscript up, because, yeah, the front advantage is not looking good. I mean, we don't need to hold for that much longer. Oh, the front advantage is now one big front. Okay, that's good. That should mean that we get pushed less. Yeah, now the front advantage is really not too bad. Okay. About to get into East Siberia. Only 50 more war score for Russia to lose. That's a very good sign. Okay. Yeah, we got the Russian Far East. That's good. War is pretty much guaranteed to be won. Unfortunate that the Russians are occupying us a little bit, but it's not going to be significant enough to lose the war. As soon as the Russians hit below 0, I should be able to just enforce something like this. Which will give us our 50 maneuvers worth of war goals we need to get recognition. Okay, I assume we can't add Lib Chukotka. Yeah, we can't. Okay, this is what I'm going for. And, oh, who did I get recognition from? America. Nice. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. I guess we get plus 80 with America now, so we can maybe ally them. Not very easily, but we could theoretically ally them, I guess. Yeah, things look like they're going pretty okay right now. We do need to try to connect our country. Oh yeah, the Ottomans failed Tanzimat? That's so surprising that they failed Tanzimat. I mean, it's amazing for this run that the Ottomans failed Tanzimat, but it's like so lucky because they got both of the Egypt ones. Usually that means they're basically guaranteed Tanzimat. My best guess is that they failed suppressed separatism at some point, because otherwise I don't know how you fail it. I'm pretty sure they did the army one, unless they did it in the last 6 months, we can just check right here. So that army does have irregulars. That army doesn't. That army doesn't. That army doesn't. That army doesn't. So yeah, they have under 25% armies with irregulars. So they should be completing that goal, unless they have some barracks that's on no organized training, but that would be really weird. This is weird. There's just a bunch of random symbols here that are wrong. What? I'm gonna try reloading the game and see if these symbols go away. Can you believe it? I'm picking the Metalworks Combine. That's a trick question. Of course you can believe it. That's every Connor game ever. Except it's not at quite every Connor game ever, but it's most Connor games. Whoa, Saxony's been growing their economy like crazy this game. 11 million? That's pretty good for 1867. It can ally the British. That is very nice. I guess to maximize the chance of them accepting and get some free money at the same time, it makes sense to ask for like 500 ducats first, and then if they decline, ask again. Okay, they accept giving me 500 ducats as well. That's good. Get an alliance and give them a power block embassy. That is super nice. I don't know if the power block... I don't think it's not enough for 200 leverage, is it? Actually, it is. Barely. By 1 leverage. Can I give out a power block embassy to someone else, maybe? Maybe America? No, not really. So I guess I might end up getting invited into the British bloc. Actually, that's not that bad. But it's probably not optimal. I don't know. Maybe it's optimal. But I don't really want to join it at the moment. I'm going to go for the metal company. And then I'm going to give this coal mines. This is a pretty good spread of industries. I could remove, I guess I'm going to remove some enlistment efforts decrees on Fars and Isfahan so that I can monopolize coal and iron, because that'll make the company better, although it will potentially kill some of our reinvestment. Yeah, iron mines are our largest source of reinvestment, and them getting privatized will reduce it quite a bit, but it is what it is. It's for the greater throughput. GDP has been going up pretty steadily since that war with Russia. Now we're at almost 17 million GDP, placing us almost in the top 20 for GDP. Looks like we actually don't have that much of a multiplier to our GDP to go up till we are in the top 20. Okay, I'm going to declare a new war against Russia for liberating Ukraine, because Russia did get the market liberal in charge now, and so their economy is going to start growing, because they got like interventionism and tenant farmers and stuff. So they're probably going to start growing. Usually Russia can get really strong after they do that. Liberating Ukraine should hamper them quite a lot. And we can also call in like the UK, maybe Spain, USA. There's a lot of countries that we can potentially call into this play, which would be very good, because we are going to need at least some of their help in order to stand a chance at winning in this war, because we are quite outnumbered. USA, you want to join for become subject. It's probably not actually that bad to be an American protectorate. They are trade league, so I guess they would steal like almost all of our convoys. I don't really want to do that. Is there any way we could get like a more ideological similar government? Yeah, there's definitely a way if we're that far away. Let's try bringing the industrialists into government. Oh, I don't want to kick anyone out. Let's just try bringing the industrialists in. And let's see if that's enough. Okay, yeah, now we can get them in with enforced investment rights on Finland. I'll give them that. Oh, what? I guess they just didn't join faster than this guy's. Okay. Becoming a British protectorate is, kind of appealing. But I don't think I want to do that this game. I'll just call ally on Britain. And that'll leave me with 47 maneuvers left to add in more wargles. I could just go for, like, Lib Poland, but I think I want to conquer some more stuff down here, especially Stavropol, because that'll give us the connection. And then, I guess, Dagestan or something to sever their connection. I guess Astrakhan would also work to sever their connection earlier. Or no. Oh, yeah, that would work, because we're taking Stavropol as well. If we took, like, Astrakhan or something. I'm thinking Dagestan, though, because that way we also get a decent amount of GDP, and it's pretty cheap on the infamy. And then I guess I can go for one more. So I will go for the North Caucasus. And yeah, that's going to be my war goals. I guess I'll primary the North Caucasus, or how scared are they? They're negative 48. Yeah, okay, I'll primary Dagestan. Okay. I think we should have the upper hand in a long war because, USA has so much conscript potential and stuff. Oh, Britain wants us to join the bloc. I guess I have to accept. I think it's not that bad. Unless we get subjugated, like, it's really not that bad. We get, like, negative 15% on our military, which I like, I guess. So yeah, I guess I'll join the British Empire. Yeah, there's so many troops over here in this front. I think we're gonna be able to hold the line, but if America or something doesn't do naval invasions, then I don't think we can win. I guess Britain's subjects are naval invading Austria, so that's something. If Austria and Prussia cap out before Britain and USA, that will be good for us. We'll see what happens. I should definitely have our troops on defense for now, I think. They have like nothing defending their country. Can I actually just like go for a naval invasion on their capital? Maybe. Actually, I probably shouldn't waste the naval invasion on the capital. I'm gonna do the thing where I go for West Karelia, and if they don't have, if no naval invasion go into Ingria, we can change it to Ingria last second or whatever. Looks like the British are actually winning some offensive battles now. That's good. I guess if we can just occupy the Wargals, then that will work out. We just need to occupy Dagestan, Stavropol, and North Caucasus. But yeah, that's our first battle won, I guess. Looks like we're losing most of the battles again. It's not going perfectly. Oh, I actually inhalated into West Karelia. Oh yeah, it's gonna do the retreating into Caucasus instead of retreating into the ocean. Dang. Oh, we're winning more battles. That's good to see. Austria's out of the war. Russia's about to be out of the war. UK and... Is USA out of the war? Where's USA in this list? Trying to figure out what USA war support is right now. Okay, yeah, USA actually has like almost infinite war support right now. And UK is doing pretty good on war support, so that is pretty good sign for us. I'm gonna try an elimination on Ingria again. We'll see how that goes. Looks like Prussia's out of the war, so I think we're just gonna push and secure our war goals. I don't know if we're gonna get them all, because UK is kind of getting close to capping out. Actually, that's like 2 years away, apparently. At that rate, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can send my army on attack, actually. Yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty good, so I can send my army to attack. Alright. That'll be nice. We can get these 3 provinces and secure the peace deal. Alright, I guess we also need something in Ukraine. Oh, they've got too much navy here so I can't do it. North Caucasians are migrating from Russia. I think you're a little bit jumping the gun there. We're about to take you anyway. You don't need to do that, you know? You can just wait a little bit longer. Okay, well there's all the war goals except for liberate Ukraine occupied. And I'm almost done occupying liberate Ukraine. Just need some more battles over here in Tarita. Looks like the front advantage is going terribly for the Russians right now. Britain still got a while till they cap out, so yeah, this should be a pretty easy dub. Yep, there's Russia capping out. Oh no, I forgot about enforced investment rates on Finland. Oh, that's actually a bit of a problem. Huh. Can I go for like a naval invasion on Åland or something? I need to do something, because that's actually pretty terrible. Dang. Surely the Finnish won't defend Åland. Surely. Yes, the Finnish are not defending Åland. Very good to see. Okay, as long as no navy gets here in the next couple of days, I can occupy Åland and secure peace. Peace in our time. By in our time, I of course mean for the next 5 years until the next beating up of Russia. The Knights of Waves. I don't think that affects us. I don't think we have any of the territory there anymore because we gave away Zanzibar to the Brits. Alright, there's the peace deal. Yep, that's a nice little expansion. Now our name is actually in a place for real. Good, good, good. Almost 20 million GDP as well. For the first time, we are within 2x of Russia's GDP as well. Oh, apparently I failed an industrialist petition and now they're really mad at me. That is very unfortunate because getting the industrialists happy is pretty important. Can I just pass? Oh, I'm already a parliamentary republic. Okay, that would explain why I could just pass presidential republic so easily. Interesting that we're started as a parliamentary republic. I should probably go on to like a wealth voting or something. That would be good. That way we can, swap leaders by changing our government or whatever. Get a happy industrialist or eventually get a cautious leader pretty easily. That would be good. Japan is an unrecognized power, so we could theoretically annex Japan. That sounds kind of based. Oh, it's 111 infamy though. But if I research civilizing mission, it would not be 111 infamy. But Japan probably isn't going to stay this low for that long. Yeah, they're currently bankrupt. What if maybe they're going to go bankrupt again? Let's move an interest into Japan so we can see if they're in more debt. That would be interesting if we could like annex Japan. That would be kind of insane. They are actually in more debt. It's going to take a while till they bankrupt again. Maybe we'll look at this again in a while. Actually, they're losing like 30k a tick. But yeah, we'll see how they're doing a little bit later, and maybe that's a potential annexation later on. I think for now, Persia might be a good next war. Or is our truce with Russia already up? It's not up yet. How soon is it till it's up? 24 months? Yeah, okay. I think I want to annex Persia next. And then, yeah, that way, once we conquer Baku from Russia, we'll have a connection. And then I think I'll also lib Armenia, because that'll, disconnect that or make that part no longer a part of Russia. Otherwise, we could just wait for it to try to liberate itself, but I kind of doubt that that's ever going to happen. I don't know. I guess this will give us Muharamara as a protectorate, unless we go for like liberate Muharamara. So I guess we could do so we can annex them. I don't know. We can just grant independence once the war is over. I guess I'll liberate Muharamara because I don't think we want to have them as a subject. Yeah, Muharamara is kind of a bad subject, I think. Better just conquer them later on, I think. I don't know. Obviously, Persia cannot defend against the great Circassian army. It's too strong. I mean, it has insane muffs, and it's just like bigger than Persia's army. So it did not stand a chance. Good old Circassia, aka it's in the shape of Persia. That's what we love to see. Let's incorporate all of these newly acquired Persian states. That did bump our GDP up to 30 million, which is pretty nice. Oh, that's you cannot fix the tax capacity there. Oh, I actually can by doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna stop up all my government administrations, I guess, because I do want to get some more bureaucracy. I'm also gonna go up to philosophy department because I want to get some innovation going. I'm running a bit of a port deficit right now. Supply routes are actually not that much. It's just port connections. Yeah, we gotta conquer Baku. If we get Baku, then all of our issues get solved. Oh, Russia is trying to declare independence or trying to help get independence for Canada and Australia. Wait, what? How did they declare this split? I guess they swayed them in for independence. Now, Russia's adding in liberate Scotland, transfer Sierra Leone. I guess I could join Britain in exchange for conquer Baku. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna join Britain in exchange for conquer Baku. I would like to have more states from Russia, of course, but I mean, we can piggyback on this British war. Britain's already got some good allies in, and Russia won't be to call their allies in, so it should not be that hard, I think. And yeah, we'll see. Looks like there's quite a few troops going over here. Also, this time we'll have the advantage that Britain isn't just going to cap out because they have liberated Scotland in, so that's never getting enforced. Britain's never leaving this war ever. Yeah, this front is just going really easily. Russia just cannot defeat the UK, obviously, and so especially if the UK has war goals against them, they're just going to lose. I mean, if Russia has war goals against the UK, they're just going to guaranteed lose, obviously. Oh, I'm getting like negative 30% state construction efficiency here. Oh yeah, the turmoil is really bad. I should probably just remove enlistment efforts at this point. They're not that necessary. And then violent suppression, Iraqi, Ajami, because I do need to get that turmoil penalty down so I can. Or it might not be worth building up more unis. Yeah, the budget's kind of bad. I don't think we can really afford more unis. I do want tech, but I don't think it's worth it right now. I do need to solve our more pressing economic concerns. I think, yeah, these are still the most efficient consumption taxes. We need to try to get some more money. Once this law is done, I do want to try to go like crop tax or something. Is there a better government for passing this? Right now, actually, we're not getting anything from our government. So yeah, there's definitely a better government. I guess this is the better government. This will give us, yeah, 24% from the industrialists is pretty big. Well, that war is now over. We got Baku. That connects me into Persia, which fixes convoy issues pretty much. Now convoys are much less of a concern with Baku under my control. I'm going to start building up Persia without any fears of having convoy issues. How's the money situation going? Yeah, it's not going great. Running like negative 30k is not exactly sustainable. That's a bit of a problem, really. I have some construction sectors on wood frame. I should just delete those real quick. That'll reduce our construction slightly, but yeah, oh, that's so much worse. I'm like negative 60k. That's so bad. I cannot afford to be running negative 60k balance. Then, oh, I should put gov wages on very low and mill wages on medium. That should give us a little bit more money, but yeah, it's still pretty bad. I just got wealth voting through, so yeah, that's going to give us parties. And that'll also mean that we can, swap to government and get a new ruler, which is going to be pretty nice. Yeah, that'll be really nice, especially once we get multiculturalism. I guess we also need to get off of state religion. I guess now's a good time to get off of state religion. Yeah, I'm going to go for, I guess, total separation, because our ruler is a positivist, so that's going to be a little bit easier. And yeah, Sunni is not a good religion, so it doesn't really matter to keep the Sunni happy, or powerful, I mean. Why in the world does no one want to work in this gold mine? Why do they want such high wages? I guess the state is actually competing for labor, but... Oh, actually, the state is really competing for labor. How many people are there here? Only 225,000? I thought there was more people here. Dang, the gold mine's not what I hire is kind of sad. Can I subsidize the gold mine, maybe? Need it to hire? Because gold is, like, so good. It gives minting and stuff. It'd be very nice if it could just, employ up, you know? Oh, I was wondering why this was already the most legitimate government. It's just because everyone who wants to be in the government isn't in the government, so like the parties get way more cohesion than they would normally. If we had actually everyone who wanted to be in these parties in government at once, it would be like zero legitimacy. But since the parties are just having their leader in them, it's going pretty good. I guess I want to go prop tax next. That'll be a bit more money. We can get the modernization movement to help us out as well. I just want to fake pass free trade for this. Oh, I failed to pass protectionism when I tried that. I didn't even realize. Hey, what? Oh, I guess we need 1 more % for the modernization movement to help us out. Private schools, will that do it? No. Interventionism will do it. Okay. I actually kind of want to pass interventionism, but we can wait 2 years for that while we pass prop tax. Yeah. Oh, I just realized the UK has investment rights in me, from being in their bloc. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I think it might be worth leaving. I don't know if this will, like, make Britain so mad at us. We'll see how mad this makes Britain with us. Okay, looks like they're still genial, so we should be fine. Yeah, I just don't really like Britain having investment rights. I should probably try to disband these regional HQs. JB and Coates? J&P Coates? What's this? Is this a British company? I guess it is. I don't know. It's yes, it is. Yeah, problem is this will hurt relations with Britain a bunch if we try to nationalize, which I don't really want to do. But maybe it's worth it, because, I don't know. But it will cost us money as well. Yeah, we might just have to wait till later to pass, like, cooperative ownership or something, or just get strong enough that we can nationalize, or force nationalization against Britain or something, because, yeah, that's unfortunate for our reinvestment, I guess. Unfortunate. I don't know, since we don't give them investment rights anymore, if they will still be using it part of our private queue or not. We'll see, I guess. The lack of wood in this region of the world is really annoying. I wish there was just more wood. That's like the main thing this region is lacking, I feel. I've been trying to grow the economy, kind of failing. It's growing really slowly. Apparently the Heavenly Kingdom is now the 10th largest economy in the world. I guess they haven't really grown. I guess it's just someone else overtook them, and so now they're 10th. Yeah, I guess Canada overtook them. Canada always grows so well as AI. It's kind of surprising how bad it is as a player. Like, I mean, it's still decent, but it's just not as good as other countries that would be like 10th GDP. We get prop tax, 132,000 income, pretty nice. I think it's a pretty big jump up. We can go even more construction now. What do we really have peasants? I guess Khorasan. Problem with it's just such bad construction efficiency in this part of the world too. This part of the world is pretty bad, unfortunately. Services consumption tax might have to go, so they can violent suppression Khorasan. Might be worth going like a local police force. Yeah, I'm gonna go local police force. It's gonna be more bureaucracy efficient for reducing turmoil than dedicated police force, and you only lose out on 5% state penalties reduction. I think it's worth going, because yeah, less penalties would be nice. Penalties are pretty bad. Dang, the Russian economic boom is real. This is very sad. Russia's economy growing is very bad for me. As long as they're on land-based taxation, it's actually not that bad, because they basically don't get any more income from that. But if they go down to per capita, that's going to be pretty terrible, because that's going to mean they get so much more money, and that's going to mean, they can build up a larger army to then defeat me with. How's their army doing right now? It's 315 soldiers still. That's pretty big. Probably got to try to liberate Poland or something in the next war. Oh yeah, Warsaw has quite a lot of their GDP. Moscow actually has a ton, but we cannot really get to Moscow very easily unless we like conquered these 4 states or something, but that would be pretty weird. Oh, I don't know what option I clicked in that event. Oops. What? Why am I getting the Parliament of Independence again? I did not know this event could trigger again. Well, I guess I'll pick the recovery rate this time because I don't really need the extra relation with Britain. I'm already recognized, so the recognition thing doesn't matter. And yeah, we might as well see what recovery rate does. And this just gives me a random guy as my ruler. That's actually really annoying because I can't reform the government to fix that. Dang. He's 80 years old. I wonder if he's going to be immortal. You know, he actually might be immortal because we had this exact character die before. I don't know. We'll see. With local police force actually going this badly, it might be better to just go multiculturalism right now. Or actually, I can't. We have only Bedouin national movement to pass multiculturalism with. That's actually way worse than I expected. Um, yeah, actually, I'm gonna go for it. What's the... Oh, actually, I need to change governments for this. That's unfortunate. Hmm. Oh, that's pretty bad. I guess I'll bring in the rural folk. But yeah, I definitely want to go for multiculturalism. Racial segregation, pass, cancel, and then we go multiculturalism. And bring in... Everyone gets to come to the government. Actually, not the Conservative Party, because they are not important. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. If we can get multiculturalism through, that would be super nice for getting some migrants. Might not be able to do it though, because yeah, actually, like we don't have an Iranian national movement or something. If we had one of those, it would be so much easier. Not Iranian, Persian, but whatever, same thing, you know. I should really start damaging relations with Ukraine. If we can annex them, that would actually be huge, because all these other countries, they're kind of just terrible land, but Ukraine actually has a really good land, so I should really try to go for some Ukrainian land. That would be really good. But in the meantime, let's go for some really bad land, aka like Basra. Yeah, Basra, Baghdad. I'm gonna go for some stuff to try to get the Ottomans under their threshold for becoming unrecognized regional. Something like this should be good enough, I think. I don't know. I'll try this war. I think this should be good enough to get the Ottomans down to unrecognized regional, hopefully. Um, oh, we actually might not be strong enough to beat the Ottomans. Oh, my alliance with the British broke. Oh, they allied someone else? No, the British allied Sweden. Uh, hmm. That is unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, that's very sad. Okay. I guess I need to enlistment efforts Rostov and Circassia and get ready for a tough war here. This war is going to be pretty tough, I think. Okay. Something like this, and then the rest in Lancers. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I guess we have too many Lancers. Okay, a bit less Lancer conscripts and a bit more skirmish conscripts it is. Okay, yeah, this war's gonna be tough. It looks like we're losing right now, big time. Mobilize more troops, sending down there. Yeah, it's not looking good. Okay, the conscripts have come up enough now that I am winning these battles, and I guess I shouldn't really be fearing that much, I guess, because my army does have those insane buffs. Yeah, I can probably just go on the attack and win. I did not consider that those buffs are just gonna make it so easy. Yeah, this battle probably wouldn't normally win. I don't know if we would normally win this battle, but we do win the battle in this case because of our great army buff. Well, we lose that battle, obviously. Okay, can now make peace with the Ottomans, getting Basra and Baghdad. That connects us down to our Arabian holdings. The country name is now in a little bit of a weird place. Plus 3.5k tech progress on modern sewage. That's pretty nice. What are we actually tech spreading right now? Organized sports. Crazy that I'm still a minor power. I'm gonna get civilizing mission. That'll be nice for conquering unrecognized countries. Although I guess my next war is gonna be against a recognized country, either Russia or Ukraine. Looks like multiculturalism is not going very well, unfortunately. Dang. Well, there goes multiculturalism. I tried. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go like interventionism next, because that will... Or I could go laissez-faire. It will remove monopolies, but I think it might be better I don't know. Almost at 50 million GDP. Might be worth trying to do laissez-faire. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go laissez-faire. You know, I haven't done it enough. Oh, that gives huge stall chances from the labor movement. That's annoying. Whatever. I'm gonna try to do laissez-faire. I want to give it a shot. I haven't done laissez-faire enough to see if it's good, really. It looks like the Russian economy kind of just died after I looked at it. Yeah, it looks like it's basically stayed flat since then. That's good to see. I guess I could invade Ukraine now. Or I don't actually have an interest. But let's see if anyone would join if I were to declare a war on them. Austria and maybe Russia's looking to join. Dang, that is unfortunate. So I guess I might have to do like liberate country on Russia first for like lib Poland. And then after we're done with that war, I can then go do something against Ukraine, but then I'd also have to fight Austria. But I guess maybe we fight Austria in the war with Russia too. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to go for liberate Poland on Russia. Can I become an unrecognized? Or no, I can't become a major power still. That's crazy. But I still can't get to major power. I can call UK and maybe Scandinavia into this play, and this should be a pretty winnable play against Russia. Because we have won a couple of plays against Russia at this point. Although I guess they have grown their economy since then, but we have two. UK, we can say them with an obligation. Scandinavia, I'll give an obligation easily. I don't really care that much about giving them an obligation. Yeah, UK, we still have to give an obligation to, which I really don't really want to do. And like, we can't ally UK. Yeah, we can't ally UK. That's unfortunate. I think I have to bring UK in if I want to win this play. Yeah, okay. I'll call ally on UK, or give them an obligation, I mean. Now the Russians are kind of scared. I'll add lib Armenia, and then conquer Kalmykia, and then I only have 15 maneuvers left. That's unfortunate. I can't really take too much with 15 maneuvers. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's where I will leave it off then. I guess I can primary lib Armenia. Okay. Oh yeah, Austria joins. That's unfortunate. Or I guess it's not that bad actually. We'll get a truce with them, which will mean that they hopefully won't join Ukraine. Wow, we're actually not doing that good on the fronts. Only like -1 on this front. I guess there's a war goal against Britain though. That's good. Oh, but Britain's at war with Mexico, or Mexico's in the war? That's interesting. Okay, we're gonna get laissez-faire pretty soon. We'll see how that affects our reinvestment. I imagine it's gonna be really good in the short term at least. I'm very confused why the game is being so laggy right now. Like anytime I zoom in, it's so bad. I might need to try to reload the save. Okay, after reloading the save, it's all good again. That's weird. Well, laissez-faire pass isn't going perfect, but it should get passed fairly soon, hopefully. Yeah, that'll be pretty nice. Let's see how much that increases our reinvestment. I think it might almost double it, which would be very nice if it does end up happening. Because, you know, that would mean we could have a lot more construction. I guess actually just our same amount of construction, really. Because our, yeah, balance is not looking too good right now. I guess I might, yeah, that's just because we're mobilized, really. This war is costing quite a bit, because I do have a lot of conscripts mobilized. Oh, we're finally capitulating Russia. Oh yeah, Scandinavia took the Russian capital. I kind of want to let Russia's economy die a little bit more by letting the war go on until they hit -100. I think that's good unless Scandinavia's capping out. Yeah, they're not, so we'll just let Russia's economy die a bit more. Kind of unfortunate that my economy is capping out at only like a GDP per capita of 2. These Middle Eastern states are really just so bad. Okay, Russia just hit -100 or whatever. Now the war's over. Yeah, Russia's down to only 60 million GDP again. Good to see. Poland had like 6 million GDP in Warsaw that we just took from them. So that's pretty good. Looks like Austria would join if I invaded Ukraine. Okay. That's not ideal. Austria has 7,000 power projection? Unfortunately, I think that's unwinnable. Unless we could, like, ally Austria? Actually, maybe we can ally Austria. That's a way to get around it. Can we get some goods transfers from Russia, or from Austria? They don't want to get goods transfer me this. Why are you not interested in articles? Very confusing why the AI is sometimes just not interested in article. Yeah, we can just take some goods from Austria, and that should crash our prices, which isn't exactly ideal, but it's also kind of fine. I'll take a little bit of wood from you, Austria. That would be good. Okay, Austria, is that good enough? Will you accept my alliance? No? Okay, that's unfortunate. Um, what else could I do? Not much more. I guess I could just give them some money. Yeah, I'll just give you $900. Okay, apparently that's not good enough. I will give you $1,000. Okay, so yeah, now if I were to go for like humiliate, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna declare for conquer Alexandrovsk, and then I'm gonna raise some conscripts, and we'll wait for Russia to declare neutrality, or I guess join the war against us. And then if either of those things happen, oh, if Russia joins the war against us, that would actually be terrible. Can we actually win this war? Uh, hmm. Cannot oppose Ukraine due to can call bloc members with call ally sway in defensive diplomatic plays. Dang. Actually, this war might still be winnable, though. If I just take, you know, Kharkiv as well, and then I'm just gonna go, like, defensive, and then Russia should just cap out eventually, and with my plus 50% home defense, I think I can actually win this. We'll see. It's gonna be kind of hard, but I'm pretty sure I win this. Not hard, but just, like, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I think we can win this. Two Sicilies joins Ukraine as well. Dang. Here we go. We finally get to show off the great defensive prowess of Honor Before Life, because before we had our allies kind of making it a little bit less effective, but here we see the true might of Honor Before Life. They think they can win the battles, but when they actually start them, I just have way more defense than they thought. The Russians are back for round 2, and can you believe it? They're going to lose again. Yep. Oh yeah, I guess I passed laissez-faire. We can check in on that. Looks like our reinvestment is actually not up that much, but I guess our taxes might be up a little bit more as well, because all of our buildings are now privatizing. I should try to go on to... I actually can't bring in a government to try to go racial segregation stuff. I have to go minimum taxes. I wasn't even on very high. Okay, well I can do like this government, do the racial segregation shenanigans, and then try multiculturalism again. It's so hard to pass multiculturalism. But who's giving stall chance? Yeah, it's just these guys, so I can just bring in the Conservative Party, and that will be good enough. Hopefully, I can actually pass it. Although I do want to go back up to maximum taxes. Yeah, the stall chance does not look good. Now we're at the point where I have a positive front advantage, so I'm just going to go on the attack, and we'll see what happens. It's a little bit negative now, actually, but I think I should still be fine-ish. No, I'm not fine-ish. Okay. Well, that's... No, but I'm winning that battle. It's a little weird. Okay. I win that battle, too. I guess that battle being so bad means that all the other battles are super good. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go back on defense now, because clearly things are not quite going in my favor as much as I would have hoped. Neither is multiculturalism. I'm running a pretty good positive balance here, and we're ready to swap over to steel frame pretty soon, and that should give me a lot more construction. GDP is so stagnant. The perils of playing the Caucasian immamate, or not the Circassia, not the Caucasian immamate. I'm thinking of the wrong country. Or maybe Connor fell off and is now terrible at Victoria 3 economic management. In my opinion, that's not the answer, but I guess that is one explanation you could draw from this. Okay, Russia just capped out of the war, so basically Ukraine is dead, because yeah, Ukraine does not have enough army to defend themselves against the Circassian hordes. Okay, I'm just gonna give up on passing multiculturalism. This has no chance. It's unfortunate. The law passes have not been ideal. I mean, we got slavery banned early, but trying to get onto like multiculturalism or whatever is not going too well. I could just go cultural exclusion, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna go cultural exclusion, I guess. Unfortunate that we couldn't go multiculturalism this game. It is what it is. Anyways, get a peace deal from Ukraine. That'll be some pretty nice territory long term. It's gonna take a while to get good, but I think this is gonna be our best territory, I think, because it's got actual resources and actual pops in it. Like 3 million, 4 million pops. That's like as good as Circassia, except these places actually have resources too. I got steel frame buildings. I'm gonna start swapping that up. Okay, I need more explosives. I can't really build them there, I guess, until it's incorporated. So I'll build some explosives over here in Circassia. Not ideal, because there is like no pops there, but whatever. More to steel frame. My positive balance is a little inflated right now because I'm not actually using full construction. Definitely should be. Yeah, we actually have peasants still here in Georgia. I cannot be allowing this, although it does have negative state construction efficiency, which is a little bit tough. Not much I can do about that. So yeah, just gotta keep building. Should put some road maintenance there to try to reduce the negative state construction efficiency. It's like we are starting to gain some GDP after the annexation of these parts of Ukraine. I guess they are slowly recovering in their own GDP. Should make sure that these PMs aren't on terrible stuff. Yeah, New Russia owns some of this stuff. Interesting. I'm finally actually getting close to Russia in GDP. That's nice to see. No, the Russians are growing their economy too. I'm trying to pass you, Russia, but you're growing too. That's against the rules. You're cheating. You're not cheating, but you know, it feels like you're cheating right now. How could you do this to me? Oh, the Ottomans are back to being an unrecognized major, but I wanted to subjugate you, Ottomans. That's not fair. It is fair, but I don't like that very much, you know. I just wanted an easy subject, and now you take that away from me. How could you do such a thing? I just wanted good borders for my thumbnail. Now you're gonna make that impossible for me. How am I supposed to subjugate you? Yeah, well, at least I can annex Armenia. That's gonna be something. Armenia looks so bad. We gotta clean that up. Okay, there's Armenia gone. Now the name is actually in a reasonable place. I'm gonna go for liberate Syria. We need to do something to make the Ottomans weak enough to protect it. We liberate Syria, humiliate Ottoman Empire. I could like conquer Eastern Thrace or something. Yeah, I think conquering Eastern Thrace might make sense. Or Hudavendigar, because that has a lot more GDP. Do something to weaken the Ottomans because they're a little bit too strong right now. Gotta get them down to being a unrecognized regional power. Basically, the Ottomans are a major power, but we're not. We're about to become a major power, actually, due to this war. Do you want to take Hudavendigar? Or will this be enough? No, I don't think this will be enough. Okay, I'm gonna conquer Hudavendigar. Yeah, they gave UK investment rights. That would explain why their GDP is exploding. We went on the defense for the start, and now we're just winning all the battles for free because, yeah, no morale loss means we can have the death's disadvantage, but still win these battles, which is very good. Oh, Russia's invading me. That is not good. Austria does not want to ally me right now. That's very bad. Well, the easiest one to get is a guarantee of independence. I'll give you 7,500. And then I will take your luxury clothes. I'll take all your luxury clothes. All of them. You can just give your luxury clothes to me. All your wine? I'll take all your wine. Now, can you please guarantee my independence? Thank you for guaranteeing my independence. That is much appreciated, Austria. Okay, I'm going to steal Astrakhan, and I'm going to put an interest in Russia, and I'm thinking about taking Saratov, because that's another, like, 5 million GDP. This war is really not ideal, having to fight 2 different wars at once. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Maybe I just go on the defense with these guys, and then send this army over to the other front to help defend against Russia with. Yeah, I think I want to go for Saratov, because that would be another, like, 5 million GDP to steal from Russia, which would be pretty nice. I'm surprised this is 5 million GDP. What even is here? A steel? Oh, yeah, there's 37 steel mills. I didn't realize that. Okay. Saratov. 32 infamy. I think this is gonna be good for my, like, final northern border. I'm gonna take Saratov. Yeah. Alright, it's going pretty good, seemingly. Austria just took over Bessarabia. Not that that really matters. But, I'm making decent pushes. Crazy that Russia has, like, quite a bit of GDP over here in Kuban, even though it's, like, completely isolated from the rest of their country. That probably that doesn't really make that much sense. You know, you'd think there'd be a worse mappy in a state that's like this isolated from the rest of your country. Unfortunately, I'm actually losing in the south, which is not ideal. Yeah, I need to split off more troops to go to the south, I think. I mean, I could do 2 more troops, but that's probably not going to be nearly enough. Yeah, I need a absolutely, actually substantial amount of troops. I guess I could do like an enlistment efforts on Circassia to get some more conscripts for that. Yeah, that's probably going to be good enough. If I also just add in all the new conscripts that I've unlocked since the last time I conscripted. Yeah, okay, that's 110 conscripts. That should be enough to hold them off. Russia's almost at 100 million GDP. Dang, I should have gone for like Lib Belarus or something. Russia's doing so good. I just wanted to pass them in GDP, but they're making that pretty tough. Austria's gonna cap out at some point. I need to figure something out. Do I need to white piece the Ottomans? Might need to white piece the Ottomans. Really don't want to white piece the Ottomans, but I might have to if I want to win the Russia war. Well, I guess I could white piece Russia. Yeah, that might be the better option. Just white piece Russia. You don't really need these war goals that bad. Just white piece it. Yeah, I guess I'm white piecing Russia. Okay. It's not ideal, but it will work. And that way I should be able to pretty easily beat the Ottomans and then go from there. Unfortunate. Without the monopolies, it does take a while for our companies to actually own the buildings. That is the advantage of going like interventionism, is that the monopolies, they like almost instantly own the building, which is super nice. But also, I guess we do get the authority that we would have had to spend on giving out the monopolies. It does cost a lot of authority to give out monopolies to every company. Okay, can finally peace out the Ottomans. Yeah, okay, looks like that is going to be enough to actually cement them as an unrecognized regional power. Good to see. The Russian GDP growth is really high over the last little bit. They also have deleted a lot of their army because they're still on land-based taxation, so like they don't really have that much money even though their GDP is growing. Yeah, it's surprising that they're still managing to stay ahead of me in GDP. Evil Russian AI, too good to pass. It's actually tough to pass the Russian AI in GDP here. Like, I'm 20 million behind. I guess if I conquer Saratov, it's going to be pretty close. Right now, all my Ukrainian pups are migrating to America, so that's not very nice of them. You know, they should stop migrating to America. I'm looking at trying to get a cautious character. I think this rural folk guy is going to be my best bet. Started a liberal movement. It's only at 7% support, though. Yeah, it's not too close to crushing the rural folk. Oh, actually, it's trending towards what? 32% support? What in the world? Huh? How is it trending that high? That's insane. Swapping everything over to automatic irrigation. Running a slight engine shortage doing it, but you know, I'm building up a ton of motor industries to hopefully help out with that right now. Swapping over to a cautious ruler. And yeah, it's gonna be time to protectorate the Ottoman Empire now. That'll be pretty good. I can upgrade to shrapnel artillery now, that's good. The conscript should go up to shrapnel as well. Shrapnel, very good conscripts. I can upgrade. I guess I should put some troops over there, and then I should make like half of these into shrapnel conscripts as well. Just want to try to get a pretty big army so that I can beat the Ottomans here. More troops in Huda Vendigar probably makes sense because we do want to push into the capital as quickly as possible. And yeah, I think this is pretty much all that matters. I guess I can do some revoke claims just to get them to back down more quickly. Oh, the Ottoman Empire just backed down. Okay, that's nice. Do I want to go for Syria? I don't know. Can I also just grant these guys Huda Vendigar? Is that enough to reduce autonomy on them? Oh, it actually is. Okay, I'm just going to do that real quick. Yeah, that's good. Big ol' Ottoman Empire protectorate is pretty nice. Yeah, I think I want to go for Syria. That'll be, I think, cleaner borders. Just trying to. The Ottomans are, or the Russians are at 160 million GDP. I think I'm gonna have to give up on passing them. Dang. AI Russians did really well this game. I guess I shouldn't really be complaining that the AI is doing good, but yeah, the AI did really well this game. GG AI. After subjugating the Ottomans, my GDP has actually gone up a little bit. I wonder if it's the Ottoman resources or demand helping out my economy. Their GDP has also gone up quite a decent amount. Syria didn't Syria didn't back down. That's crazy. Syria is quite a bit weaker than the Ottomans. You know, you'd think Syria would be the one to back down, but no. It's pretty random, I guess. Maybe they yeah, they have defend the borders. I forget if defend the borders makes them more or less likely to back down. I cannot believe I just can't remember which one it is between defend the borders and maintain balance of power. One of them makes it more likely, one of them makes it less likely. I think defend the borders makes them more likely to back down. So yeah, pretty weird that the Ottomans backed down, but not Syria. I think for the last war with Russia, I'm gonna try to do this one alone, because it's kind of lame if every single war I just have Britain or someone helping me. So I'm gonna try to do one alone. Conquer Astrakhan, return Kuban, liberate Belarus, and I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I need to raise conscripts, and I'm going to go very high gov wages, and then do 4 more enlistment efforts. Rostov, Alexandrovsk, Kharkiv, and Tiflis. Okay, that should help out a bit. This army will give it like a bunch more skirmish, and then a bunch more shrapnel artillery as well. I guess that's not really too even. Try to make it a little bit more even, because, more shrapnel will be nice for attacking as well. Syria should fall in just a little bit. I get the Parliament of Independence again. This guy just keeps respawning. He's immortal. He's immortal. Now he's 101. Austria's in the war. Yeah, that's not ideal. I hope the Ottomans are not going to stand a chance against the Austrians. Oh, that's not good. I guess I'll have to have like one stack over there. Or maybe the Austrians can't push far enough before they cap out. No, they probably can. See, I need a stack to defend against that front as well. So it's going to be tough. But I think we've hopefully got it. We'll see. Yeah, the front advantage is really not looking good for us right now. Actually, like, we don't need any troops over there. They're, like, not mobilizing at all. Okay, if Austria doesn't mobilize, things are looking a little bit better for us. After this war, we will finally lose our great military modifier because Russia will lose their state in Kuban. But we will get a good modifier in exchange for that. Although we're going to stop playing after that probably. But yeah, it'll be plus 5% throughput. Actually, we can see it through this. I forgot that they added this mechanic. It's not really a thing for every journal entry yet, but it is here for this one. You can see plus 5% throughput is a pretty insane modifier to get. Yeah, okay, with like a 30 disadvantage, this shouldn't be too bad. We just need to like wait out Austria. Austria shouldn't be in this war actually for that long, I think. And just kind of hold the front. We should be able to pretty easily hold. Also, I guess wait for conscripts to raise, because, conscripts will slowly raise. And I can maybe even eventually take away one of these armies from the front, and that'll make them more willing to attack if we need to. And then with the plus 50% home defense, we will always win against their attacks, pretty much. Front advantage is too big for them to want to attack us, probably, so I'm going to go send this army out of the front to get them to attack me some more. Oh, this army needs more. General command limit. Oh, uh-oh. That's not good. The Russians are advancing into Persia. For some reason, they assigned a bunch of troops to this front, and then they all just, like, disappeared after I took back Mazandaran. That's very weird. They just kind of, like, let me push into Turkmenia and stuff. That's so weird. Well, I took Uralsk on this front, so now the fronts have merged up into the mega front of the east. I think I can keep trying to push, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I'm winning a battle in Astrakhan, and I'm winning another battle in Astrakhan. Okay, that's a good sign. If I can just keep pushing, that would be very good. Although we are going to need to make it all the way into Belarus, which is going to be a little bit tricky. Austria is almost halfway to capping. No, really more like almost a third of the way, actually, I guess. Oh, you're just chilling in the Caucasus HQ? Let's bring you to the front. Weird that it needs to send you there instead of like there. Got Astrakhan. Now it's actually a connected front again. Okay, I guess that means we basically need to start pushing towards like Minsk now. I guess Mogilev is really what we need to be pushing towards. And I guess Kuban as well. But I do want to kind of avoid taking Kuban, because if I take that, I'm going to get devastation on my capital. It's kind of stupid that it's going to do that, but it is going to do that. I guess I might as well create a power block. I could do a military treaty. That's the only one that will actually help me out in this war. Yeah, I'm going to do a military treaty. This is my first time forming a military treaty in like forever. I mostly just want the power block so I can show my ending borders like this, And I guess see total power block GDP, 200 million. Significantly below Russian total power block GDP. Will Baltic governorates have 32 million GDP? Whoa. The reason I ended up not conquering Muhammara is because it ended up becoming a British protectorate, by the way. This war with Russia should be over eventually. I think we're winning it long term. Although it's not like the easiest war ever, I'm pretty sure we're gonna win it. I'm actually running into org problems. I'm gonna go on the defense just to temporarily. And maybe I should start building up troops. I guess that would be a pretty good use of construction, just to start investing in some troops that are gonna be constant. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, the front advantage is insane. Okay, I gotta start pushing again. Come on, Connor, you gotta use this front advantage to your advantage. The Russians are collapsing. We now have like an 80 front advantage. Yeah, we're almost in Mogilev. Did we take over Kuban? Yeah, I did. Okay. Devastation is ticking up in my capital now. Okay, Mogilev. Now we can take our 3 war goals. Oh, I ended up becoming a great power from, I guess, conscripts and stuff in this war. Yeah, in just a second I should be able to make peace with the Russians. Okay, just one more tick, Russia. Come on. Okay, there we go. Proposed peace deal. The war is over. And honor before life has been completed. Now it is honor and life. Now this option is obviously completely useless. So I'm obviously not going to pick that option. And this is the better option. Plus 5% throughput is insane. This option gives plus 1 SOL, which I guess if you're trying to maximize SOL could be useful, but SOL is really not that useful. I guess we can take a look at how much this boosts up our GDP. I kind of don't expect it to boost my GDP very much. I'm just going to fill a construction queue real quick. And we'll see what we can get with this plus 5% throughput. I would expect it's going to be roughly the same as my peak of 143 million. Maybe like 140, no, 150 million maybe? Let's see. Nope, it's actually the same. I guess like demand hasn't increased given the extra profitability or whatever, so it's really not a big deal. But it is 5% throughput, which I mean, theoretically for a max GDP run, this could be optimal. I don't know, because I don't know if pops are the biggest concern or if it's resources. But if it's resources, this would let you get like 2% more resources. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the run. I don't think there's anything too interesting to show off here. This is our power block. I guess we can show our companies. Yeah, I just had these 2 companies because I didn't get that far in tech, unfortunately. My GDP was so small, I didn't really build up too many universities or anything. Anyway, yeah, I think this is a fun country to try out. It is not quite as good as I thought, but you know, the military modifier is super good. It's just economic growth as this country is pretty tough because you know, you start in a pretty terrible position. Might be best to like go into Italy and like move your market capital to Piedmont and then conquer South Germany. That's actually probably what you should theoretically do because the resources in this part of the world and pops per state are just so terrible. It's like it's so sad. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Goodbye.